Hey, welcome to B5. I just figured I would let you see me the way your kids see me every day with a mask up. But since we're alone in here together, I get to talk to you with the mask down for a minute. I hope you took a chance to walk in the room with my first video so you could see the way the room is set up. It's not a perfect setup. I'd rather have somewhere where we could be looking at each other, we could be in a horseshoe or a circle, and we could be sharing. But social distance concerns around, I have us pretty spread out as you saw. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the course, which is probably what you're most interested in because it's a very unique course. My name, as you know, is Mr. Belasco. I've been teaching at Lower Cape May Regional for 25 years. I was teaching for 3 years prior to that in the Vineland School District. I taught in Vineland High School, and then I taught in one of the middle schools. When I had a chance to come home, I've lived in West Cape May for 30 years. I took every chance to come home and teach in my hometown. I've loved being here. I have been fairly involved as a teacher at Lower Cape May Regional. In some cases, I might have taught siblings, or you might have seen me out on a sports field or at the play. I really enjoy celebrating school and having the chance to celebrate it with your children. So we come into this classroom, and a little bit about AP Seminar. AP Seminar is a course we offered. We've started the course 4 years ago. It's a two-part course. AP Capstone is what the program that AP put out is called. Seminar is the junior year, and research is their senior year. What's unique about Seminar is it's less directed. Students will learn to do research on their own. They will really, the most important thing, especially in today's society, they will learn to look at all facets of a topic. So when we look at a topic, we're going to look at that topic through a variety of lenses. We look at that topic, how it impacts us economically, environmentally, scientifically, how it impacts us socially, futuristically. So they learn to not look at something from one angle, but to learn to look at it from quite a different variety of ways. In addition to that, we look at who are the stakeholders in a situation. So when you have a situation that arises, it's easy to see who it immediately affects, who is immediately concerned or impacted by it. But when you step back, you learn to look at all of the people who are going to be impacted by a situation, sometimes in a major way, sometimes in a very small way. But understanding that really can help you as you make decisions and come to your conclusions in life. So as far as that, I love that aspect of the course. I think beyond academics, that is a skill that if they can learn that, they will be so far ahead of most people. Secondly, I don't know of any course between research and seminar that better prepares them for the type of work that they're going to be asked to do in college. Because as you might remember, or if they have an older brother or sister, you might have learned, there's this transition that takes place from high school to college where in high school there's a little bit more hand-holding. We really kind of guide them a little bit further along the way, and everything is a little more teacher-directed for them, where this course steps back a little bit and it's much more student-directed. They are going to be, there's 3 parts to this AP test, so it's really different. All their other AP teachers, and I teach AP Lit when they're a senior, so I know that side of it. We're going to all explain to you, really, our tests are geared toward college prep, but then they're geared toward a 3± hour test that they take at the end of the year. This course has 3 parts to the final assessment, and 2 of the parts we do from January through May in the classroom, which is what makes this so different. So I'm going to break each part down for you. The first thing the students do is we have a team project where we have 2 teams, so a group of 3 and a group of 4, and what those students will do is they'll come up with some kind of a topic that they want to look at as a group. And we'll take that topic and we'll try to narrow it down. So for instance, when we were just discussing this in class, someone came up with the idea of pollution, which is way too broad a topic. So from pollution, you may come down to a certain type of pollution. We came down to agricultural pollution. And then we look at different ways that you can combat that. Then the students are asked to do some research. And the nice thing about the research is the direction of it leaves the simple Google search. So right now, most students, when they want to learn something, really look something up on Google and they find a source, and they have to judge whether that source is a legitimate source, whether it's a biased source, what the slant of that source is. We step beyond that and we start using Google Scholar, which has more academic papers, and we use databases. One of the major databases we use is EBSCOhost, and they learn what a peer-reviewed article is. So now it's not just someone's opinion on something, but it's something that I write, and then that piece of writing has to be geared toward somebody else reading it and approving it and saying it's worthy of publication. They put all of that together, and then they each write an individual paper. The group then brings those pages together, and as a group, they will do an 8 to 10 minute presentation that they video when we send to College Board. So there's really two pluses to this course, and one is all the research skills. Secondly, they get very comfortable standing in front of their peers, standing in front of a group, and talking about and presenting the information they learned. The second part of the exam, College Board is going to release 7 documents. Those documents can be an article, they can be a poem, a short story, a piece of artwork, a video clip, a TED Talk, a podcast, and the students look at all 7 of them, we'll discuss them, and then from that discussion we will figure out what is the common thread, what is the one theme that's running through them all. Last year that theme was happiness. They are to then come up with an idea that's not listed in one of those 7 documents about that theme and research that. They use 2 of the documents plus another 10 to 20 documents that they find to write a much larger, usually it's an 8 to 10 page paper. Then just like the first time, they present that 8 to 10 page paper to the class in a 6 to 8 minute presentation. And then the final part, there is a very short AP test that they will take on May 13th. That test is analyzing a document, looking at sources, evaluating sources. So one, you have the AP grade that you can get, but more importantly, you're learning valuable research skills on how to look up and judge the value of the information you find. A lifelong skill and something that will prepare them. This is coming from an English teacher, more for college than the English classes that they're in. It's honestly the greatest skill they can have. So I want to close out. I can be long-winded, I'm sorry, but I want to close out and just say to each of you, when you really look at the value of this year, the junior year, keep in mind the stress they're under, because this is the year they start thinking about college. They're going to hear about college quite a bit, and it really is that year that they make a lot of decisions. It's an important year because this year's the grades they really start to look at. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to teach them. I'm really excited about our time together, more so than from this 7 to 8 minutes of getting to know me. Honestly, ask your kids. They'll tell you what we're doing every day. Ask them what's working, what's not working. I'm going to need their help. I'm really new learning about how all of this online works, and I'm really trying to make it work with them. I'm going to promise that I'll be forgiving of them because I'm probably going to make some mistakes along the way. The easiest way to contact me is to email me. My email is belascotj@lcmrschools.com. And if not, you can click on the website and that'll kick an email out to me as well. I encourage you to stay in contact. I hope to see you throughout the year. As I said, thanks for giving me the chance to teach your kids. I got a great group. I couldn't ask for a better class, so thank you.